was an F. We're back with our favorite billionaire jet-owning televangelist preacher, Kenneth Copeland. He's a very wealthy man.
I'm a very wealthy man.
This is the guy who said he couldn't fly commercial because of all those demons.
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did. We wrestle not with flesh and blood.
The guy who desperately needs a much more professional and enthusiastic group of henchmen. Definitely not taking advantage of people and building up an incredibly high net worth, all in the name of religion. And despite the potential of impending economic doom, he wants you to be sure, still give him your money.
Whatever you do right now, don't you stop tithing. Don't you stop sowing offerings.
Well, he's up to it again, and this time he has blown away the entire coronavirus. Literally blown away.
COVID-19!
COVID-19!
Boy, doesn't everything feel better now? All of a sudden, I feel like the sun is shining. We can all go outside and hug each other again and shake hands. No, do not do any of that. It's not true. It didn't work. Because it's bullshit. But the one thing it did do is give us a really great opportunity to make some music. So we're gonna do a very serious musical analysis, and then we're gonna figure out what we can make out of it. So I think the first thing that we should do is just take a look at the clip we're gonna be using. So we can kind of start to take a look at maybe the musical approach that it feels like old Kenny was trying to get across here. And then once we have our melody, we can start to make some judgments.
I execute judgment on you, COVID-19!
About what sort of harmonic information our melody is pointing to. Aren't you so excited? Let's watch the clip.
Win! Almighty! Strong! South wind! Heat! Burn this thing! In the name of Jesus! Satan, you bow your knee! You fall on your face! COVID-19! I blow the wind of God on you.
Okay, I guess let's just dive into this.
Win!
Woo! Oh, we got a nice A flat there. Woo!
Win!
Win! Can't hit an E. So we could
Win!
win. One of the henchmen is singing a perfect D. So we're kind of got this E dominant chord going on.
Almighty!
Oh my! If you just took all of the grumbling noises and strung them together.
Oh God, I can't even go outside. That's good.
Because they don't, it's funny, it's like they don't really have a distinct pitch. When, dude, that that henchman really went for that D. When he like sung it right out. How about that?
Win! Almighty!
Oh my! Now, oh, come on, Kenny. Come on, Kenny. You're leaving me hanging here. He's in between a G and an A there. Oh my! It's like somewhere in there. That's a horrible sound. Never make that sound again, Charles. Let's not do that. I think it's closer to an A flat. So I'm just gonna use A flat because fuck it.
Heat!
There's a perfect A flat. What a great one. Heat. Oh, all right, henchman. You're
Heat!
We can make this sound like a carnival.
Heat! Burn this this thing.
Burn this thing.
In the name of Jesus.
In the name of
Satan, you bow your knee.
Satan, you bow your knee.
You fall on your face.
You fall on your face.
COVID-19.
Ooh. That was an F. That was literally the dumbest thing ever, but somehow I feel like that soundtrack just makes the video that much better. Oh no. Even got a bass drop in there. You lined that up with like a good bass drop, or it's the world's like heaviest snare drum sound.
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
I blow heat. COVID-19.
COVID-19.
I blow heat.
Let's not do that. Come on, henchman. Kenny put his heart and soul into that one, and you guys, all you could come up with was that? Seriously? That's, come on. I expected better from you.
I blow the wind of God
The wind of God
on you.
on you.
I tell you what I would pay money for, Kenny. I would pay money to hear you read stories. You'd probably be great at it. But again, I guess that's not as efficient as taking advantage of people's religious devotion to buy yourself jets.
Wind,
Wind.
almighty,
Almighty.
strong,
Strong.
south wind,
South wind.
heat,
Heat.
burn this thing.
Burn this thing.
In the name of Jesus.
In the name of
Satan, you bow your knee.
Satan, you bow your knee.
You fall on your face.
You fall on your
See, the cool thing about Kenny's sermons here, and when he starts yelling at the camera and slapping the desk because he knows he's going to make so much money, he tends to yell at the same pitch. Now, that's really cool because we can do a lot of stuff with that. Last time I did a video on this guy, there was a section where he did exactly the same thing, and it was a kind of a cool opportunity to play with the harmony a bit.
You get out. You break your power. You get off this nation.
There's a device that I like to use a lot with repeated notes, especially when I have the freedom to sort of do whatever I want with the harmony, and that's taking a harmonic device or a chord voicing, maintaining the melody in the top. So in this case, we have a lot of Fs. What we can do with that is we can literally just take, say if I was going to use a stacked fourth voicing, like, you know, I can take that and I can just move the voicing around, keeping the F on top, and you get some really interesting sound. I'm just moving that voicing chromatically, and it kind of it's kind of cool, you know? This is something that Jacob Collier uses a lot, and he's talked about it before, and it creates some really interesting motion with some of the inner voicing. So that's probably a device that we'll use a lot. I'm not sure that that's what Kenny had in mind. He might have just been thinking, judging by the demonic sort of possession delivery of this thing, he might have just been thinking like, or
South wind.
south wind.
Heat.
Heat.
maybe something more along those lines. But that's the benefit of him not really providing that harmonic context outside of his henchmen attempting to put chords together, which didn't work that well, but we get to decide a lot of it for ourselves because it's sort of left open-ended, you know? That's a really fun practice compositionally.
COVID-19. COVID-19.
COVID-19.
I'm gonna have to mute the henchmen or something. Those guys are really dropping the ball with the chords. No, wrong video.
The wind of God.
The wind of God.
The wind of... I think it's just that. God, the wind of God, the wind of God.
God.
So I'm gonna work this out and then we'll come back.
Wind. Almighty. Strong. South wind.
South wind.
Heat.
Heat.
Burn this thing.
Burn this thing.
In the name of Jesus.
In the name of
Satan, you bow your knee.
Satan, you bow your knee.
You fall on your face.